world. My name is Brett Sieber. I'm a naturalist that works with the Three Rivers Park District right here in the great state of Minnesota, coming to you today in partnership with Tierney to bring you some amazing science content on what is arguably the single most important group of animals on the planet. I'm going to let you think about it. Just for a moment, think about it. What could be the single most important? And I'll be clear, without this group of animals, life on this planet is entirely different, if not even at all possible. You got it? It's the insects. Now, I know for some of you, just the thought, just hearing that word insect and an image pops in your brain and you go, ah! You're like, Mr. Brett, we don't like insects. They bite us and they sting us and they eat our food and they buzz around our faces and they cause all sorts of problems. Why on earth would we want to talk about them, and why on earth and how could they possibly be the single most important group of animals on the planet? Because of the three super duper mega important jobs that they perform. And today we're going to talk about those jobs. We're going to learn about how to tell what is an insect and what is not, and then we're going to go out and look for them. Because let's be clear, one of my favorite things about insects is you can go anywhere, in your house, outside of your house. They are everywhere. Let's get started. All right, so like I mentioned, insects, if they're not on the planet is an entirely different place, and let's be clear, doesn't work for humans the way that it does now. And that is because of the insect's three super duper mega important jobs. Job number one is to make food. Now, let's be clear. That's not them making macaroni and cheese, whipping together pizza. No. This all happens through the magic of pollination. Raise your hand if you like oranges, or if you like cantaloupes. Anybody for some blueberries? How about some grapes? All of these foods that we love. Would you go into a grocery store in that first section, all of those fruits that are right there, they don't exist without insects. Now, let's be clear, insects aren't going to the flowers going, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go ahead and make some food for the humans, because that would be super duper helpful. No! They're looking for the nectar, they're looking for the pollen, and as they go from flower to flower, they're bringing that around, and that pollen gets dropped off, and boom! Pollination, and now there's food. Without that, the world is a different place. Job number two is to be food. Now, let's be clear, this is probably their least favorite job, and it's one they only get to do once. But if you are Mr. Brett, yes, it's a spider, don't worry. If you're a spider, you love insects. Some owls love to eat insects. Now, and if you are a tiger, you don't eat insects. However, you eat animals that eat insects. The insects make up the whole bottom of the food pyramid. Now, actually, the real bottom are the plants, but just above that are the insects. And if they're not there, the entire system falls apart. Like, Mr. Brett, well, I don't eat insects. No, but raise your hand if you like to eat chicken, or if you like to eat fish. Both of those are animals that eat insects. Without them, it doesn't work. And job number three, they are nature's cleanup crew. Get a little on here and wipe that off a little bit. They're the cleanup crew. They're the ones that take all the dead stuff, they eat it and they turn it into dirt. They're the ones that just help keeping all those cycles in nature going. Without that happening, we're not having an opportunity to grow gardens in the spring and the summertime. There's dead stuff lying all over the place. Without the insects doing these three super duper mega important jobs, making food, and being the cleanup crew, again, life on the planet doesn't work. All right, so a lot of things, I guess, would fall underneath the category of the creepy crawlies. In order to be an insect, you have to look a certain way. You have to have certain parts. Now, I'm going to draw one for you. Just remember, I'm a naturalist, not an artist. If you feel the need to laugh and giggle at my drawing, that's okay. I can't hear you wherever you are, but I also wouldn't be offended. First and foremost, if you're an insect, three body parts: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. Now, the head is the sensory center. It's kind of like the computer of the insect's body. Giant compound eyes that allow it to see all around it. Three smaller, simple eyes that allow it to tell the difference between light and dark. It has antennas that it uses for communicating with other insects and exploring what's going on around it. Now, as far as the mouth part, a couple different things here are possible. It could have chompy mouth part bits. It could have a needle-type mouth part used like a mosquito to stab it and suck your blood. It might have a really cool proboscis, long straw like a butterfly has. Or it might have my favorite, the mouth fly, which is kind of the fly mouth, if you will, which is little jaggedy bits where it bites you, then spits in you to keep your blood flowing so it can drink it all up. So we're going to give our insect a mouthpiece here. All right, we move on now to the locomotion center. Legs, there are 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, also in the locomotion center might be wings. If you're an insect, you don't have to have wings. Ants don't have wings. If you're going to have wings, 2 wings like the flies, or 4 wings like the butterflies, bees, and dragonflies, gonna give it a couple big old wings this way, gonna get creative with some other, some fancy more butterfly wings. Insects don't necessarily look like this, but you get where I'm going. Now at the bottom is all the rest of the important inside parts. You've got the heart, you've got whatever it uses for breathing down here, maybe some spiracles, which are kind of like lungs, but a little bit different. If the insect is a stinger, it's also down here in the abdomen as well. 3 body parts, 6 legs, 0, 2, or 4 wings, compound eyes, a mouth part, antennas. Now comes the hard part. We're going to do a quick test to see what you remember about what makes an insect an insect. Alright, so here we go. It is pop quiz time. I'm going to hold up 2 pictures. One that's an insect, one that is not. I want you to look at them carefully and point to which one is the insect. Are you ready? Here we go. Take a close look. We're counting legs. We're counting body parts. Looking for antennas. Those compound eyes, those simple eyes. 3 seconds. 2, 1, time is up. Which one is it? Ta-da! There's your insect. 3 body parts, 6 legs, and everything else we're looking for. We're going to do this one more time. Are you ready again? Here we go. 2 drawings. Pick the right one. Which one of these is the insect? You have wings in these drawings. That was different than the last drawing. Counting legs, body parts. 3 seconds left. Which one is it? 2, 1. Ta-da! If you chose this one, you were correct. I think we've spent enough time inside looking at drawings of insects. It is time to go outside in search of the real deal. So one of the best parts about insects, and I said this earlier, is that you can go anywhere and find them, including lots of places around your yard. Come with me as we explore mine. All right, so if you have some loose dirt in your yard, maybe a garden, don't go grabbing a shovel and digging a hole without your parents' permission, but maybe find some dirt, get on in there, grab a handful of it, and then I'm going to show you how you can look at this in a little bit brighter scenario. All right, so you can get your dirt spread out, maybe out on a table, even a white piece of paper will work. And as I kind of start picking my way through here, anything that's moving, like, oh, look what we got here now. Not 6 legs, way more than that, but dang, check out that super cool creepy crawly. What else we got going on in here? I'm kind of now, maybe you don't have soil to dig around in. No problem. Find a rock, some sort of landscape paver, and if you roll underneath there, take a peek what we've got right here. I see it. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it just ran away. Centipede, nocturnal animals, and anytime you get them out in the bright light, they start moving, trying to get back down in the shade. That happened pretty fast. Just a different spot in my yard, some other pavers. I'm going to lift this up here, take a peek. Oh, check it out. Right there's a roly-poly pill bug. Super cool fact about them, they are a crustacean, one of the only terrestrial crustaceans. Crustaceans are the crab, the lobster, the shrimp. They all live in the water. That little guy right there lives on land. Don't forget, too, to check maybe the underside of the rock. You may find some things there. All of these are great places to look for insects that are in your own yard. All right, so I just found a few creepy crawlies in my yard, none of which happen to be insects. However, when you go search for yours, and you should, I challenge you to find up to 3 different creepy crawlies. And when you find them, look for 6 legs. Look for body parts. Check for antennas. Is what you found an insect or not? So I hope you have enjoyed exploring the world of insects with me today. I hope you've been outside, and I hope you go outside again. Now, let's be clear, even if it's raining, grab a flashlight, head down to the deepest, darkest part of the basement, turn that light on, and I promise you, you're probably going to find something, because insects, they are everywhere. And don't forget, if they weren't, none of what we know on this planet exists. None of it works. As much problems as they cause, we couldn't do it without them. Now, if you are looking for more information on the Three Rivers Park District, you can visit our website. If you're looking for more help with some of the curriculum, you can visit the fine folks at Tierney, their website. This is Brett Sieber saying I'll see you next time, and until then, get outside.